What is up, everybody? Kick is 06 here with Air Force Gaming, featuring a nice little friendly matchup between California State at Northridge and the Air Force Gaming Rocket League squad. We have missed the first two. Well, I didn't miss them. I've been watching them. But so far they've played two. This is just a friendly scrim. Nothing. This isn't high stakes or anything. But right now we are sitting at a 1-1 tie through the first two games. AFG won the first one 1-0, and then CSUN came through and took game number 2 4-3 as MF put CSUN up 1 early. And as it obviously should be, CSUN, again, that's California State at Northridge. CSUN is blue, and AFG is orange. As Hydration, Prince of Holy Water, takes the kickoff, brings it back onto their side of the court here. Looks to set up shop in front of goal, but that ball's going right towards their goal. Open net right now, but somehow AFG is able to sneak away without giving up a goal there, as Epic puts it across, and just like that, 52 seconds in, 2030 puts in another goal to make it 2-0. 4:08 left in game number 3. And we saw game 1, which ended 1-0 in favor of AFG. That was, it was just a defensive juggernaut. I think Chowder had 8 saves by himself. And it was just an awesome thing to watch. And then the offenses came alive in game 2. But right now, the only offense that's alive is that of CSUN, as AFG is going to look to try to rebound. This would be a heck of a comeback, down 3, 1 minute and 4 seconds into game number 3. Again, this is just a scrim, just an hour-long scrim. This isn't anything crazy. Just a couple squads that have never played each other that wanted to hop on the court, see what they had. And so far, it's been an awesome show through the first 2 games. Hopefully, AFG can wake up here in game number 3. 3-0 is a tough one, but it all starts with 1 goal. Chowder does end up getting that save as he's trying to push it out. Get to the other side, which is unfamiliar territory so far. Nice little hit and run, Chowder on MF. Hydration's going to take it around, hopefully get a pretty good set, but unfortunately it did not work out. There it is, right across the middle. 2030 is able to clear it, and here we go, AFG back on the defensive. That ball's coming across right off the up bar, and there goes number 4. MF scores again, 4-0, game number 3. Kickoff. Hydration takes the kick after what looks like a fake. That ball's still in scoring territory for Air Force Gaming, right in front of the goal, but nobody is there. Chowder gets in, but it's a little bit too late. And there it is across the middle again. MF is going to easily save that one. He's going to start dribbling. Nice little flick. Hydration's able to stop that, but MF takes it right back, gets a little flick, little touch off the backboard, places it for his teammate Epic, who puts in their 5th goal in 2 minutes and 11 seconds time against AFG. That is crazy. What an offensive showing from CSUN. Chowder emerges to go back and go get that boost, and MF looks like he's in action again as he's spinning everywhere. Chowder's able to get that ball from him, take it into his own hands. There it is across half court. Scoring position. Oh, and down goes Buck. But Hydration Prince has a different plan here as he brings it across the middle. Hey, there was too much smoke. I didn't see what happens. Right across the middle again to Epic. Epic passes it over to MF. MF's going to hit this forward. Give his teammates a good chance, but no, it is saved by Buck, and Buck on the offensive gets a nice little touch off the backboard, and that was almost a chance for AFG. Chowder keeps it. And this might be an open net opportunity, and goal number 6. 2:07 left in game number 3. 6-0, California State at Northridge. And Air Force Gaming's really just got to get this one out of their head, because these first 2 matchups, or these first 2 games being 1-score affairs, and Buck almost gets AFG on the board, but it does not work as 2030 is there, and he's going to get that out of here. But AFG is going to have the memory of a goldfish. Is it a goldfish that forgets things? It's not an elephant. Elephant always remembers. There's another open goal, 7-0. CSUN over AFG, game number 3. And I think it's safe to say this one is not going to make the highlight reel for Air Force Gaming. This one might not even make it on the YouTube, which is great because it's the first one I've casted so far. MF's going to be taking this off. Buck's going to have a chance. Buck does push it over to the side. And CSUN opts to kind of back off, play a little bit more passive, thinking they maybe had enough offense for the game. Maybe they're going to try to get some defensive pressure in and just try to clear it and maybe try to keep safe and work on that chemistry on the defensive end. Epic takes it off the wall. Buck's able to stop it at half court. Chowder catches it midair at 20-30, disrupts his little flow there, and we might have a chance to see who gets the first touch. It is not Buck. Epic's able to clear it. MF cooks it way right. 20-30 puts it right off the backboard, but Hydration's able to get it out of danger. And just like that, right back in danger. Let's see if Buck can get this ball out of here, maybe get a little bit. There's not a lot you can salvage out of this, but even one score would be very nice. 35 seconds left. 7-0 CSUN, game number 3. Good save by Chowder to prevent any further damage. MF's shot almost gets deflected back in. That was a heck of an attempt. Whether it was intentional or not, I don't know. But Hydration cuts it right across the middle. Gives Buck a chance at a goal, but 20-30 says absolutely not. Absolutely not. Shutout sounding too good for CSUN. Almost. Let's see if we can get a point on the board. No, we cannot. 20-30 just says absolute no. 7-0. Game number 3 in favor of CSUN. Make it 2-1 in these scrims between Air Force Gaming and California State at Northridge. Game number 4 is live. AFG down 1-2 in the series, looking to come back from a dismal game 3. What was an awesome showing of offense, but it was very one-sided on the favor of CSUN as Chowder's able to kick that back towards the half court, but is caught by Epic. Here comes the dribble. See if Buck can interfere. Buck 100% does. Hydration tries to kick it out. Does not happen, but we still have a Chowder. Puts it near half. Buck gets it over the head, but Epic is able to get the easy save on theirs. We're still looking for their first goal in the past 5 minutes and 40 seconds. I know, it was just one game. Just one bad game. It's out of their minds. They are back and at it again as Buck's able to kick it out to the side, but TTV Winnow, I don't know if that's Winnow or whatever his name is. I think that was the guy, his name was 2030, I believe. I think that's what we called him. But kicks it right over towards it, but Hydration's there for the easy stop. And yet again, this defense by AFG is bend but not break as the ball is on their side of the court. Most of the times it's right in front of them. Up goes Buck. Buck's the only chance. Both are able to whiff or miss or fake. I don't know what they're going to call. Hydration's got the ball. Chowder's able to take that back as we flip camera angles. Buck punches it in the air to prevent the easy goal, but Epic had himself a shot, but Chowder and Hydration were there to make it not happen as the ball is now on the offensive side for AFG, which is a great thing to see as Buck tries to keep it over there, but 20-30 is able to keep it. Hydration kicks it over to the side, get it out of danger for goal. 20-30 is, or Hydration rather, Hydration is doing everything he can defensively to get this ball out of harm's way. Chowder's trying to get it there, Chowder. AFG might be in a decent position here. Let's see what Hydration can do. Good little flick and a little bit too far left. Perfect for AFG. And Buck gets the demo but does not get the ball. MF coming up. Puts it right in front of the empty net right now. Epic's going to have a chance. And luckily Buck or Chowder was there to contest. And Buck gets the ball over. They are in scoring position here. We're going to see if they can get that across. But Epic has other thoughts as we got a triple commit. It looked like open net goal. Chowder's the last hope. No hope for Chowder and AFG as they go down 1-0 as Epic puts in the first score of the game. 2:17 left in game number 4. Second kickoff of the game, and Hydration's able to take it, and they might have a good chance, but MF goes in there and stops it. They're still in danger. The ball is not out of harm's way yet, and by the end of my sentence it was, but MF puts it right over the goal. Chowder gets demoed, and a really fortunate series of events for AFG as the score did not come through. Buck's going to try to get it across the middle. Did not happen. Chowder, attempt number 2. This is where it gets a little bit hairy, but Hydration comes in. There's Buck, puts it right across the middle. They're going to have a chance, but the defense is too strong for California State at Northridge. But Hydration keeps putting it right across the middle. This offensive pressure is something we did not see in the last game, and it is exactly what AFG needs until Epic puts up his second of the game. 2-0, CSUN, game number 4. That is a heck of a top shelf goal, right by Chowder. Very unfortunate, but very skilled by Epic from California State Northridge. Buck gets him on the board as AFG finally get back on the board. 2-1. This game is not over. Let's go Air Force Gaming. That was a quick one right off of the kickoff win. You'll love to see it. 2-1, Buck 22 left as Buck puts 1 on the board. It's kickoff, Chowder kicks it left. Buck's gonna have another opportunity here. Another opportunity, Buck comes through. This is a tied game, 2-2, and 2 goals in what was that, 6 seconds? Amazing shot out of Buck. 17 left. Here comes another kickoff. Another Buck keeps it right in the middle, but it is still in a little bit of danger here as they try to get it out. MF gets a hit right off the upright. Will we get fortunate enough here? He goes for the bump here to try to get him out of the way. It does not work. That ball's headed right back towards the goal, but Hydration is there to kick it out. Hydration is able to keep it. There is a chance here. There's a chance as Chowder puts it right over the middle. Buck comes in for his 3rd goal in the past 30 seconds. 3-2. Air Force Gaming takes the lead in game number 4. And Buck just put the weight of the AFG shoulders on his hands, but now we have an open net, but Hydration gets back in time as Epic is trying to match exactly what Buck just did in the last 30 seconds. We got 35 seconds left. This score is 3-2 in favor of Air Force Gaming as they are in full defense mode. Up goes Hydration, trying to punch it out of there, gets another great touch on it. Here comes Buck to kick it out. 3 goals out of 6 shots. Let's see some defense here as it goes off the right side. And Chowder is not able to get up. He had no boost, but we got an open net for MF. Not even an open net, but when you have a shot like that in your bag, every net is an open net. 3-3, 12 seconds left. There's another kickoff. This is the offense we need to see. We did see a 3-4 scoreline in game number 2, but MF is going to have a chance to end it here. And it does not happen. 4 seconds left. Epic pushed it across the middle. Hydration goes up, just gets it out of the way of danger. And they're keeping that ball in the air. And Chowder might be looking for overtime here, trying to get it just down to the ground. Here we go. Overtime, 3-3. Air Force Gaming versus CSUN. Buck wins the kickoff, but Winnow comes through. Still floating around in the air, trying to get him in a good offensive position, tricking out the opponents. But here comes Epic with the nice little catch out of the air. Buck gets the set, and now he's going to go for the clear. But Epic is there, unfortunately. And now we're still across the middle. Hydration's going to have a chance. It does not pan out. Hydration gets the full boost and is able to assist Chowder with getting that out of there. Chowder's still here, kicks it across the middle, right over to Winnow. And now Air Force Gaming not looking great, but that save is looking amazing by Chowder, as he's going to have a chance for a little flick here. And that would have been an amazing, oh no, there comes goal number 4 for California State Northridge, and they take game number 4 in overtime, 4-3. And that makes it 3-1 in favor of CSUN in this scrim, and I just have to guess that we are about halfway done through our scrims, 4 games in. Other than one game, every game has been decided by 1 point or less, as we're about to jump into game number 5.